Actually, let's talk about that. You can see how many times I've typed that in, and it's time that I start actually speaking. You requested it, and it's here. So, today, I would like to show you how to jailbreak the Kodi app. If you're anything like me, you've been trying this for the past couple of days, and you get the same error message. I've got an Indigo to install, but as I go on to add Exodius, the more important app that we're probably all here to see, so I go to my add-ons. There we go. Install from repositories, Exodius. You see that you get an error message saying cannot connect to the repository. And there it is. Most of you should be getting this error message now. A few lucky ones I've seen that have actually been able to download it this way. But for the past couple of days, I've seen this. I've checked my internet connection. My internet connection is just fine. I've checked every website I could to see what's going on with this, and I haven't found a fix. But I'm here to show you today how to do this and how to install it without using those repositories and without actually getting that error message. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go back to your settings, go to System Settings, Add-ons. Make sure you have unknown sources checked. If you've already gotten this error message before, saying that you cannot connect to the repository, you know what to do from here. You know how to turn on unknown sources. But for those of you who are fresh to this video and just want to know how to do the jailbreak and how to add on Exodius to your Kodi app, or onto your Kodi Fire Stick, or the Amazon Fire Stick, you want to add on Kodi to that is fine. It works exactly the same. This is the exact same build, the 17.3, and it will work. Alright, so we're going to go all the way back again, just to show you from a fresh start. I'm going to go to Settings, I'm going to File Manager, I'm going to add a source, and we're going to add this source here. Just follow along as I type this in, and it will also be on the screen. So you can pause the video and type this in. Now this is a mirror mod. And what it's going to allow you to do is manually add in the Kodi app. Or not the Kodi app, but manually add in the Exodius app. Alright, and you can name it whatever you want. I'm going to go ahead and keep it as mirror. Most of the time when you add in that end part, it will give you a name for itself. And I'm just going to keep it as mirror. You can name it whatever you would like though. So we're going to go back again. And now we are going to go to add-ons. Back to that little icon at the top, the box. And install from zip file. This time we're going to go to mirror. We're going to go to add-ons super repo. Version 7. Add-ons. Now the important thing to do here is always make sure that you see the icon pop up in the top right corner saying that it has been added on. There's a few things you're going to have to download from this add-on super repo, and you have to make sure that you see these or it won't work. So we're going to scroll down, and the first thing we're going to be looking for is script exodius metadata.zip. Let's scroll down. And keep scrolling. not showing this on the Fire Stick is because I already have it done, and I wanted a fresh Kodi app to show you how to add on the Exodius. A lot of plugins. Alright. Scripts, and like I said, we are looking for script, Exodius, metadata, which is this one here, and then install the first one. Now, your screen might pause for a second. It's not going to allow you to go up or down. Just give it a second. You'll see that the install from zip file highlights again. Once it does, give it another couple of seconds and wait for you to actually see the notification saying that it has been installed. So we're going to wait for just a minute. Still continuing to wait. While we're waiting, the next thing that we're going to be looking for is script Exodius artwork zip. Now, in each of these files, you'll see that there's multiple different ones. Just download the most up-to-date one. Whatever the highest number is, download that. You do not have to download all of the files. So I'm actually going to speed this part of the video up so that there's not a whole lot of silence. But I'm actually going to continue to record, so you'll see everything as it shows up. I just don't want there to be a whole lot of silence in this part. So I'll be back with you in just a few minutes. Alright, and there we are, Exodius and metadata. Alright, so we're going to go back to install from zip file, down to mirror, add-ons, 7, add-ons. Alright, now we are going to be looking for the Exodius or the script.exodius.artwork zip file. So back to scrolling all the way down again. There's repositories, and scripts. Here we are. Like I said, we're looking for Exodius artwork. Click on that. And like I said, we're going to click on the most up-to-date one. So we're going to install 1.0.5. If you see 1.0.6 on there, go ahead and install the next version. You do not have to install every single version. And just like before, you might see that the screen pauses for a minute. Then you'll see that it lights back up for the install for zip file, or in my case, it lit up search. So we're going to wait for that to come up. And just like before, I'm going to go ahead and speed this part of the video up. You'll still see it on screen as it happens. It just won't be me talking. You'll see a sped up version of this. Sorry about that, and you still see that repository, or it has skipped ahead, and that it now lights up search. And we are still waiting on it to show us that it has been installed. The next one that we're going to be looking for is, I'm waiting for that to show that it is installed, is script module URL resolver.zip. And as we're waiting on that, I just wanted to go back to show you that I still don't have anything on here, just Indigo. The add-ons are still not working, just so that you can see that I didn't install anything while it was during that break. and we'll see. Could not connect to repository. Back. Actually, we're still waiting on it to show up that it has been installed. And we're just going to speed along through this. I'll be right back with you in just a second. Alright guys, so we may have missed it during that little break. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and install the next one. If it does show up that it did not work, we'll go back. So we're going to go ahead and go to install from zip file again. Go to mirror, add-ons, version 7, add-ons, and then we are looking for script module URL resolver.zip. So we'll go ahead and scroll back down again. And it was script module URL resolver. No, that's that one. There we are. And then just install the bottom one. Actually, we're going to install the top one. No, it is the bottom, yes. And just like before on all three of them, it is going to pause the screen for just a minute. Then you will see install from zip add-on, or in this case, there's the artwork as before. So it's showing that add-on popped up, so we did not miss it, but that's okay. This next one should go ahead and install. And we're going to go back to install from zip file. Mirror. Add-ons. Version 7. And then this time we're going to be looking for plugins, video, Exodius. So let's scroll down to the plugins. Video. And Exodius. Nice. That one. Exodius. Alright, and then install the bottom one, the 3.1.15. Alright, and then after that will be the last thing that you'll need to install. So we're going to go ahead and speed along to this part. Alright, so you see failed installed add-on from zip file, and that was that script module. Alright, and we'll go back. Go back to add-ons. You still see that there's nothing here. That will be the last part that you'll need to do. It does take a little while for it to install. So I'm going to go back through and make sure that I have everything installed. You do not need to install anything from the repositories. I could have made that so much easier on myself. Alright. So again, it is script. Exodius. Metadata. And you can see that the URL resolver is still downloading. Alright, there's the metadata. And we're going to go back to add-ons, version 7. We're going to scroll back down and add on the artwork again. And that was script, Exodius, artwork. There we are. And download the bottom one. And give it a second. I want to go ahead and go back to the install from zip file. Go to mirror. Add-ons. Version 7. Back to add-ons. And then we are going to go to the URL resolver again. And that was script.exodius, or actually script.module.url resolver.zip. And there's the URL resolver. Alright, so we're not going to install the URL resolver again because it did go ahead and install. We're going to go back to install from zip. To mirror. Add-ons. Version 7. Back to add-ons. So this is a process, and a lot of times it can be quite aggravating. For me, it took me about 30 minutes all to do it on my Fire Stick. And that's about how long it's going to take to do this one as well. Exodius. Install the bottom one. And then we wait. So that will be the last thing that you'll need to download in just a few minutes. You'll see a few of the things start popping up. Common ads, that one, meta handler, and then after that, the last thing that you will see is Exodius come up. Now, the artwork will be the longest part of it. That will be the one that you need to wait on the longest. The URL resolver, once the artwork has been installed, the URL will install pretty quickly. I thought we may have missed it, but we didn't. We were still waiting on it. It will be the longest one that you'll have to wait on. But as you've seen, there was a few things that already popped up. We are just going to be waiting on the actual Exodius app to show up next. You don't have to install anything from the repository. I know I've repeated that a couple of times, but just want to get that out there. You do not have to install from the repository. So what this was a manual install called a mirror mod, allowing you to install the Exodius app manually without having to install from the repository. What that repository does is actually installs each individual thing that we installed all together with one click. With what we installed, we had to do each individual one by one. It does it by itself. We have to do it this way, causing us to have to be able to skip over the repository. And I'll be back with you in just a few minutes. I'm going to speed along this part, and I'll see you in a few minutes once it actually installs. And there we have it. Exodius has now been installed. We're going to go back. And here we are. We have movies, TV shows, and everything. Alright guys, so if you have any questions, go ahead and put it down in the comments. If you liked the video, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. Thank you.